Ready? Go.
We can pick it up a little bit. We ain't really got to pick it up. We want to throw shots in the inside. Because a lot of fighters I see doing the pass, they're doing it like this. Their hands is not turning. So when you're on the pass, your hands must turn.
Jump! Jump! Jumping! Let's go, jump! Come on! Come on, jump! Jump! There you go, jump on! Come on!
As the long-awaited showdown between Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis inches closer, the boxing world is buzzing with renewed intensity, especially after Floyd Mayweather himself stepped into Davis's training camp. What began as routine preparations has now evolved into a full-scale, high-intensity boot camp under Mayweather's sharp supervision. With his trademark lightning-fast hand speed, razor-sharp footwork, and unmatched focus on fundamentals, Floyd instantly shifted the tone inside the gym. Every drill, every punch, every movement carried purpose. Observers described the atmosphere as electric, a blend of discipline and dominance that only Mayweather could bring. The message was loud and clear: this isn't just another money fight or exhibition bout. Under Mayweather's guidance, Davis is preparing for war, the kind of preparation that signals one thing: Tank means business.
Good.
Right now. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Get that shot right there. There you go.
Sources from within the camp reveal that Mayweather has been pouring his technical mastery into Davis's training, focusing on the art of dismantling taller and heavier opponents. Every session drills a new layer of precision, slipping punches by millimeters, countering from impossible angles, and finding those small windows of opportunity that define elite-level boxing. Floyd emphasizes the same principles that carried him to an undefeated career: timing, economy of motion, and adaptability. He's teaching Davis not just how to fight Jake Paul, but how to neutralize size with skill. From mastering body angles to exploiting distance gaps, from turning defense into offense, these lessons come straight from the mind of a legend who built his empire on technical supremacy.
Okay, you said you can't just shoot there and then bring it back and be like this. You gotta throw some squat to it. If you do like this, you up for boom, boom. So you gotta be able to squat. So right here, boom. Boom, everything's short. So, still short. He see it, he'll see it, and place it down there. Slide out, anyway.
Mayweather's legacy as one of the greatest of all time is built on more than talent, it's built on obsession. While others relied on gifts, Floyd relied on discipline, routine, and relentless repetition. Now, that same relentless spirit fills Davis's camp. Every morning begins before dawn. The sound of gloves against pads echoes through the gym like a war drum. Floyd's eyes never leave Tank, constantly correcting, constantly refining. Davis is being molded, not just trained. They're focusing on ring IQ, precision punching, and advanced defensive reads, the cornerstones that made Mayweather virtually untouchable in his era.
That's so above and beyond what other people do.
Even with him having $180 million guaranteed purse on Saturday night, he trains like he's broke, no joke. He trains like he don't have a dollar, like it's no tomorrow. And now I understand why you can put the cap on him and call him TBE.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying, it looked like he's partying, he's drinking water, and then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog.
For Davis, facing larger men has always been his chosen path toward greatness. He believes that stepping into the ring with stronger, heavier sparring partners pushes him beyond comfort and sharpens his instincts. Against bigger opponents, Tank is forced to rely purely on skill, timing over strength, speed over mass, intelligence over intimidation. This approach has shaped him into a fighter who thrives under pressure. He's learned how to remain calm in chaos, how to use an opponent's aggression against them, and how to turn moments of danger into opportunities for dominance. That's the Tank philosophy, evolved through adversity.
Wake up. Do it to him. Put it on his ass.
Recent reports from the training camp suggest Davis is unleashing absolute destruction on his sparring partners. Witnesses describe scenes of controlled brutality, larger fighters, once confident in their reach and power, being systematically broken down by Tank's precision. One insider revealed that a sparring partner nearly stumbled out of the ropes after taking a perfectly timed hook to the body. But these aren't random gym wars, they're designed stress tests. Each session is built to simulate real fight conditions, exhaustion, chaos, and pressure. Davis isn't training for comfort, he's training to dominate men who underestimate his size. The goal is simple, to prove that skill, explosiveness, and mental sharpness can dismantle brute strength.
Gervonta Davis knocked out heavyweight in brutal sparring session, and it just makes me think. You're willing to go spar with heavyweights, but you're not willing to go fight people that you should be fighting. You know what I mean? You're fighting Lamont Roach. His sparring partners was like, man, I was about to spar Tank. He was sparring this big boy, a heavyweight boy. And Tank hit him so hard, he was on the ropes like this, hanging. I thought he died. I was like, man, I hope you don't do this stuff to me. When Davis asked to confirm whether it was true, the WBA lightweight champion said, stuff be happening. Best not to get in there with me. That's it. This guy has all the skills in the world to knock out even heavyweights in sparring, and yet he won't fight Shakur Stevenson. He won't fight Teofimo Lopez. He won't fight anyone that he needs to fight to become great. He's fighting Frank Martin and Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? It's just truly crazy. But hey, it's his career. If he wants to just make money, the easiest money that he can, without fighting the hardest combat.
Meanwhile, Jake Paul has also turned his camp into a high-level operation. Determined to evolve beyond his YouTuber label, Jake has recruited elite talent, including Shakur Stevenson, one of boxing's slickest southpaws, to serve as a sparring partner. Stevenson's defensive mastery and fluid movement have forced Jake to rethink his approach. According to insiders, Paul is trimming down, focusing less on bulk and more on agility. He's studying the art of timing, rhythm, and distance, all to prepare for Davis's lightning speed and explosive counterpunches. This time, Jake isn't training to overpower his opponent. He's training to outthink him, to prove he belongs among real fighters. Whether that will be enough remains to be seen.
Keeping me up at night.
Jake, how do you prepare for, like you said, a guy who is shorter than you? How do you find a sparring opponent to replicate something that obviously, there's nobody else out there that's Tank Davis? How do you prepare for a guy that's different stature-wise?
Yeah, no, we have world champions. Raymond Ford in the 130-pound weight class. We got Montana Lovin. Shakur Stevenson is coming in this week. So Just sparring against guys on their level and people who have, been doing this their whole entire lives. But we're really focusing on speed. And not as much on power. I'm not doing as much like weightlifting and all of that stuff. I'm actually trying to lose some muscle so that I have less weight and so that my punches are coming off faster.
I know the answer to this question. Is there any kind of universe where you view just surviving this fight as a win?
For me, I never let myself go there. I'm a fierce competitor, and always need to have the W and come out on top. And also shock the world and even shock myself and show my.
UFC legend Daniel Cormier offered a harsh but honest critique of the matchup, claiming Jake Paul's sheer size advantage overshadows the sport's integrity. According to Cormier, the fight blurs the lines between spectacle and fairness because weight isn't just about power, it affects everything: stamina, recovery, and punch resistance. He argued that while the fight will capture global attention, it risks making boxing look more like entertainment than sport. When the size difference becomes this extreme, Cormier noted, the essence of competition is lost. His words echo a growing concern among purists that height might be overtaking honor.
90. Dean, that's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him.
Yes.
He recognizes that he's too big for him.
I'm wondering how this even came about. It can't be that Gervonta Davis needs money. That can't be the reason why
he's been a world champion so recently. How could he be broke?
That's what I'm saying. Like, is he doing this for money? And then why and how is even Jake Paul doing this when no one respects it? Like, I can't think of anybody that respects this.
But Jake Paul has been able to carve out and make his own lane in boxing, and I've never seen anything like it, bro. He literally, I mean, we don't know what weight class he fights in any situation. We just don't know. He kind of makes his own rules.
He makes his own rules.
And it seems like people are playing by those rules. I remember a couple weeks ago, the WBC and Jose Sulaiman was very upset that he wasn't able to put the belt on the winner at Canelo versus Crawford. That's the thing that's happened since the beginning of the time. Those guys are very powerful in boxing. But with Zuffa boxing, it was almost like that power was getting stripped away. They were very disappointed. But how can you take those sanctioning organizations seriously when they are sanctioning this?
That's my point. That's my point. That's why I think that this whole thing that we have, this boxing and this MMA argument and Zuffa getting into boxing, our argument is misplaced because things like this should not be happening. And the fact that boxing is allowing this to happen is an embarrassment to the sport.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I talked about this before. Like, I didn't know why they were fighting because, I mean, Gervonta Davis's last fight was at 100.
When Stephen A. Smith pressed Davis's coach on who should face Tank next, the answer came without hesitation: anyone who doubted him. Names like Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez surfaced, fighters who publicly questioned Davis's abilities. But for the coach, this isn't just about rivalry, it's about respect. He believes these critics need to feel Tank's power firsthand, to understand why his dominance isn't luck but earned mastery. Every punch Davis throws carries years of struggle, discipline, and raw talent. The message from the camp is simple: talk is cheap, step into the ring and find out.
To see you as a guy that's in his trainer, that's like a father figure to him, you're training him all the time, you know him, both y'all from the streets of Baltimore the whole bit. Who do you want to see Tank fight?
I want him to get all of them that ran their mouth.
Give me the names. I need names, Calvin. I need names.
You already know. We went down, we working on the big four. It was Garcia, that's the first one. Roma, I hope we get him soon. Shakur, he's going to get it. He knows he's going to get it. It's just Bob is in charge of that. You know what I'm saying? Bob know what he's doing over there. You can't tell Bob how to run his game because he's like a vet at this. He's been doing it for so many years. That's going to happen. All the fights that we'll want, they have no choice. They're going to take the fight when it's time to take the fight. It's just right now.
Veteran trainer Jeff Mayweather voiced serious concerns about the fight's safety, pointing to the stark difference in natural size between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Jeff reminded fans why weight classes exist to maintain fairness and minimize risk. He emphasized that Jake's natural walk-around weight and reach advantage could be dangerous, even for a fighter as skilled as Davis. Analysts agree the weight gap can't be ignored. Power is physics, and a heavier punch from Jake could change the fight instantly. Still, Davis's supporters argue that skill can neutralize size, and history has shown, sometimes, David does beat Goliath.
It's kind of weird, because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank. And I mean, but with it being a exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's going to be fighting. But I mean, it really makes no sense because he weighs he's gonna be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's gonna probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
It is happening. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child, Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, the cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight.
And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seem set to wear 12-ounce gloves.
And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, the fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the result will not be officially recorded.
British boxing legend Carl Froch didn't hold back. Known for his blunt honesty, Froch criticized Jake Paul for deliberately picking smaller opponents to maintain an edge. He called it a spectacle built for clicks, not competition. According to Froch, if Jake truly wanted to test himself, he'd face naturally bigger fighters, men like cruiserweights or even heavyweights. Instead, he's chosen a pound-for-pound star several divisions below. Froch admitted that while the matchup will sell millions of pay-per-views, it risks crossing into dangerous territory. Fighters like Davis are warriors, Froch said, but there's only so much smaller men can absorb. His concern carries the weight of experience, the voice of a man who's been in wars of his own.
That's serious. He can't really box. He can have a little fight, he can have a swing. Swings away, stands up straight and he throws punches, but it's not professional boxing. Because when I watch him box, he's just so much wrong. It's just everything's wrong. It's so bad. He's got leaky defence. He telegraphs his punches. Like you put him in with someone his own size. It was a professional. It's a mismatch, and you'll see that if he ends up fighting somebody. Tommy Fury, bless him. He's a pro boxer, but he's inexperienced. He's got no amateur pedigree. He's a raw novice, or maybe just above the raw novice. I was saying earlier, where would I put him in terms of levels? He'd do well to win a British title. He's at that sort of level, and then from British title to world level, it's like different worlds.
In contrast, Teofimo Lopez offered a more pragmatic view. He praised Davis for accepting the fight and acknowledged that modern boxing is as much about business as it is about belts. Not every fight needs to be a legacy bout, Lopez said. Sometimes it's about entertainment, exposure, and building your brand. He believes both fighters have the right to capitalize on their fame and shape their careers as they see fit. For Lopez, this matchup isn't about disrespecting tradition, it's about evolution. Boxing, he argues, must adapt to survive.
Saying Jake, I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this gonna work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
Competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this,
Observers inside Davis's camp report a transformation. Gone are the distractions, the casual routines, the light-hearted moments. What's left is laser focus. Every movement, from the way Davis ties his gloves to the rhythm of his shadowboxing, is executed with purpose. Trainers describe his sessions as surgical. His footwork has tightened, his counters are faster, and his awareness sharper. This is the best version of Tank we've seen, one insider remarked. He's not training for fame, he's training for legacy. Many analysts believe the outcome of this fight could reshape boxing's future. If Jake Paul wins, it could further blend entertainment with professional sport, leading to more influencer matchups. But if Gervonta Davis dominates, if he silences the hype, it might restore faith in the old-school values of skill, craft, and discipline.
The algorithm loves it, and both will watch. It's not just who wins, it's what wins. Will the entertainment value or the ring IQ come out on top? Because if Tank dominates, the meme dies. Jake Paul survives or hits it big, we see new rules are going to be written in real time. Me, you, maybe everyone at some point has been that bigger guy, thinking that I'll just bully him. Jab, slip, liver shot, sent me down real nicely. Size helped until it didn't. All I'm saying is, let's not dismiss something because it looks weird. Many fights get decided by the details. Feet before fists, timing before muscle, discipline before clout. Look, Tank wins if he stays Tank. He's built on patience, traps, explosive counters. That's hell for a tall guy who gets eager. Jake's...
So now, the question stands, what wins on fight night? Skill or size? Experience or power? The debate rages on, and the world is waiting to find out. Drop your thoughts below, because no matter which side you're on, one thing's certain, this fight will redefine what boxing means in the modern era.